All right, guys, here we are. Another session. It's been a couple of weeks since our last session. So a couple of things have happened. I've graduated with my MBA, and my little sister got married. So I've been very busy with that. And we've, and I mean, but also I know that some other things has happened around for the players. Unfortunately, today, our Javier is not able to make it due to some graduations, and our Warlock Holmes isn't really here, but there's a possibility that they'll show up. It's kind of it's kind of in the it's kind of in the air. We will. I'm ultimately though. I'm not pressed. I have not planned much for this session, so we will definitely see how this goes. But, like I said, the show must go on. And the journey continues. So, Knights of Greebo. Where we last left off was the aftermath of Warlock's incredibly smart thinking, and somehow knowing the rewording, the reglyphing of a teleportation circle to push both Blakely Darktusk to most of you, but to some Ferris Darmore and Bosch through to Demon's Hideout. That being said, the plan wasn't really communicated to the rest of the party, and that led to some extremely brash and quite insane decisions that resulted in Cora and Greg being transported to a random location in the world. The one that they found out is Uncumber, with high amounts of desert. The party being split, the rest of the other four members started heading still towards Aylesbury. Not Aylesbury, sorry. To Bosch's old hometown. I'm the DM, I should know these things. Give me a minute. Aberdeen. Yes. Going to Bosch's old hometown, Aberdeen, where they suspect, not even where they suspect, where they know that this ritual will be taking place. While Greg and Cora proceeded to go a random direction and pray for the best. During the first night, Cora was approached by a very handsome yet devilish demon, preying on her insecurities and pushing her to sign a contract with him to become more than just her patron, it felt like, that grant her new magical powers. However, a djinn of some kind, a genie if we may call it, this djinn stopped Cora as she was about to sell her to give away how to describe it, as he was about to give away her soul, part of her soul, for this, and protect her from this demon. And due to this, Cora and this djinn formed a pact. The djinn, holding the form of Tressum, Tressum, is now snugly on the back of her backpack, and only will be called whenever she needs help. That being said, though, let's get back into this. This is where the story continues. On the other side, all the way back in near Aberdeen, the rest of the party, Javier, Warlock, Selena, and Bosch are currently in the process of finding corn. So, what would you guys like to do with the rest of your night?
I'm meditating now, I think. So I'm not. It doesn't apply to me anymore.
All right.
I'm gonna try to sleep,
Okay.
lulling myself to sleep with thoughts of killing Greg.
Yes. All right. So Javier and Warlock decide that they're going to take first watch. So yeah, you guys go ahead and start your rest. Bosch only needs 4 hours. I'm gonna roll for them quickly. Okay, they actually don't really even pay attention and just start shucking the corn and eating it, and it's kind of obnoxious how loud they're eating the corn. But you take a deep breath, don't just lull your thoughts with the thoughts of killing Greg, and move on. Second part of the night, both Javier and Warlock go to sleep. Does anyone want to take a watch?
I guess I'll do it.
All right. And roll for me your perception checks.
That is a 15.
Easy. Even in low light, you do not suspect or hear anything coming really near you, and you just kind of sit there with this like ominous energy around you.
Are there any like large like sticks around me? Because I kind of want to like whittle a flute if I can.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So here's something interesting. You immediately go to pick up a stick because you start, Selena. You are very heavily in grief. You lost your best friend, just got pretty much, and your sister really got pushed into into a portal, and you have no clue where they are in the world. You are severely missing them, and you instinctually are trying to get closer to them. I need you, so you pick up a stick, and you want to whittle a flute. I want you to do me a favor and roll for me. Is it something going to be with finesse? You don't have any tinker's chick or anything like to be able to carve. I'll just say a straight dexterity. The DC for a perfect flute is going to be extremely high. But to make something manageable, it will be relatively less. Just go ahead and roll me a general dexterity check.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. So, what number did you get on the die, by the way?
I got a 17.
Wow, fuck. Okay, yeah. Is not so. This is I was suspecting you to go much lower, but no. Dirty 20 is very good. You, with the image of Cora in your mind, whittle out a flute, out of wood. If you want to describe this flute, I would love to hear what you visually describe the flute as.
Well, I mean, it's still pretty rough, even with my dirty 20. I'm trying to think of what woods are good for musical instruments. Cynthia, what woods are musical instruments?
I should know that. Playing the violin and all that, but
I mean, it's fantasy. No one really cares.
You know, I'm gonna make it like a dark wood, like a
Ebony.
cherry or something.
Ebony,
yeah,
cherry, mahogany. Yeah, you somehow find a perfect piece of cherry wood and just pull that out. And look, yeah, go ahead.
Well, hold on. I need to look up what flutes look like.
she with the Dirty 20, you get lost at the beginning of how to make a flute. Should be easier than this.
It's definitely not looking like a recorder, I'll tell you that.
There are some flutes that definitely have that, recorder like ideology where it's like that type of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I'm gonna style it in the form of like that old Disney scroll of Peter Pan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. So like it's like that type of flute, and it takes you most of it's hold on. So it takes you 3 hours of your watch. With a 15, you're able to pay attention, but you pick up the stick and start whittling at this and finish it within 3 hours. Do you want to play it?
Yeah, you know what? I might wake the guys up, but I don't really care.
Yeah, performance check.
That's a 10.
10's not bad. For someone that's never played a recorder before, but have definitely seen Cora done it before. Many, many times. You've seen her just play the shit out of them. And you play something very simple. Eventually, you start working on it. But within 30 minutes of you playing, do me a favor and roll me another perception check.
17 this time.
Okay. It's less about what you see and more about what you hear. Because as you get closer, some very weird music starts showing up. If it plays. Suddenly, this very strange music comes slightly louder as it approaches you. And you just hear, ha ha ha, another magnificent person for the cult. I mean, society. I just need to surprise her. And she won't expect me.
Hey, dude, I can hear you.
Oh, what? No, no! It just disappears. You still hear the music.
You know what? I'm gonna continue to play along and just kind of like look around.
Yeah, no. You play along. It's like, oh, what a magnificent tune. Yes, and suddenly this invisibility drops. He starts dancing right in front of you. You see there's a very, stout gnome with a very elegant mustache, this white, bald head, but he has this garb of, a rogue garb as well. But he's just like, oh, magnifique. Alos, alos. Oh, and he's gonna try cast invisibility on himself again. Do you do anything, or he just casts invisibility, but the music stays? And
I'm gonna stop for a minute just to see if anything happens.
Ugh. I don't know why you stopped the music.
Who am I playing for?
Oh, this is very unfortunate. I wasn't supposed to show myself. This is truly unfortunate of me. Oh, Lord, what do I do? I guess I have to. Allow me to, mademoiselle. drops against, you see this gnome figure. I am Kwozu Tenpin. I am a member of the illustrious society, La Société du Fée. Don't ask me what it means, because we don't know what it means. It changes every single day. But right now it is La Société du Fée. We are a wonderful, magnificent group of elite rogues and arcane magics. And we wish to, one day, defeat and overpower the arcane world with our arcane world, and in the underground with our insane and innovative ideologies towards the arcane and to the underground. And we only recruit the best. And we see you, and he points his gnomish hand towards you. You are the next step and the next puzzle piece to our magnificent creation. And we invite you to join us.
Okay, I mean, I'm kind of on a quest already, but
Oh, we already know. By the way, just so that everyone knows, he's not being quiet. If anyone, actually, he just realizes this. He's going to roll stealth to try and not even stealth to hide, but to lower his voice. Yeah. He started suddenly much like, oh, I'm not supposed to mention this. This is supposed to be between me and you. If anyone wants to roll perception, except you, Selena, the only other person would be Bosch. I'll roll for Javier and Warlock. I don't know, but I think they passed. So if you look over, you would see Warlock and Javier just sleeping with their eyes open. But they don't butt in. Bosch, you have took a 4-hour trance. Are you awake at this moment?
Yeah.
So if you want, you can roll a perception as well.
Oh, based.
To try and hear what he's saying. Or to try and, like, clock him, because he's trying to hide.
Roll 20. I didn't expect to roll so soon. I was adding roll 20 to my shortcuts. Recorded browser. Oh, never mind. To do that on Chrome. You want to roll for me real quick?
Yeah, of course. What's your plus?
In perception, right?
Yeah. This is a really funny music. I think Zach would have loved this.
It's a shame he couldn't be here. Oh well.
Oh well. It's a shame he couldn't be here.
You're absolutely right.
So what's your plus for perception?
Hold on. The page is pulling up. I didn't think I need to look at these things so soon. Perception.
You should have. Yeah, you rolled a 14 then. No, you don't pay. You don't. You honestly are just looking the other way. But Warlock and Javier are paying attention, but their eyes are like wide open. They're just pretending to sleep. They're gonna try and hide that they know what's going on, and he's going to try and roll and find out if they're actually awake. As he's speaking, he looks over towards Javier, who suddenly starts snickering to him. He's like, fucking idiot. It's like, someone knows about me. Quick, I have no time. I must tell you. Please find us in Aylesbury. Tell no one else. We will find you as soon as it is. But remember, you will always be a member of the Order de Os.
okay, of the what?
The Order de Os. I must go before they discover the secret organization. Or else then I will become a part of the organization. The order, the consequences. Anyway, I must be lost. A loss! And he disappears, and you just hear the music slowly pitter away until you can't hear it anymore.
Oh, that was weird. Y'all awake for that?
Both Warlock and Javier are like, ha! What an idiot! Oh, Bosh, you just don't even know what's going on.
I was awake, but I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at all this corn that was shucked.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. We didn't really like to clean up. Yeah, we're having a competition. I won, obviously. It's only because my frame is fucking... Only because my frame is like 6'4", but I weigh nothing. I'm a feather. You just suck at eating. This is like Javier and Warlock just bickering at each other about how much they can eat corn. But no, yeah, your watch goes along completely, fine. The third watch, if there was to be a third watch, I guessing Bosch, you want to take it?
Do we need a third watch? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you need 12 hours, because Selena only slept for 4.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Third watch time.
Okay, roll me your perception.
Half a second. Hold on. Roll for me again. I'm trying to find which one I
It's a +4. You rolled 16. You're fine. You also, throughout the night, or the last 4 hours, just nothing really happens. It actually starts cracking the sunrise, and you get this beautiful view, and you're just sitting in awe of it. But you are able to pay attention. Nothing else really happens for you guys. So everyone puts in their long rest for that night. This is a new day. I will also say, Cora and Greg. Cora, as you wake up, you see Greg asleep. You feel relatively comfortable that nothing else will come to you in the night, and you also take a long rest.
Okay.
And Greg too.
Awesome. Can I take away my final point of exhaustion?
No. That you already put that in because there's nothing happening to you. But you don't need to put in a second long rest. So here's what's gonna happen. You guys are in 2 separate places. We're gonna start off with the group that's closest to Aberdeen. So Warlock, Javier, Selena, and Bosch. You guys wake up and you know that you have around a day or two left, a day of travel left, and 2 days until the ritual is supposed to happen. So, what do you guys keep going?
Yep, I don't think there's really much else we can do.
All right. I want someone to roll me a d20.
I mean, there's nothing left.
Hey, roll an 18.
You're fine.
Just to truck on.
Sorry.
I got it.
What?
It wants to load, hold on.
What were you trying to say?
No, because the 20 was rolled before.
Oh, okay. Well, as an 18 actually.
Unless you want multiple. Hold on. I might just pull out my physical dice here.
Yeah, do pull out your physical dice. It's just easier that way. But I will say this: you own 18. You are able to actually cut a day off. So what you're supposed to have a 2 day trip, it takes you 1 day. You actually get there at the crack of sunset. So as sunset's coming down, you are moving faster than all of you expected. Selena leading the way, leads you down a very surprisingly easy shortcut. She just finds on a whim, hidden behind a broken down pillar that of stone, but not of like any real design. Is more of just like there was a pillar there for some reason. But you don't ask questions. You found it was a shortcut, and it leads towards Aberdeen. And as you approach Aberdeen, even in this dark light, you see it is burnt to cinders. Bosch, you especially look at the town of Aberdeen where you were from. It definitely seems to have it's been completely destroyed. It looks the exact same way without the fire as it did when you woke up. When you woke up and the fires were setting on, or your buildings were on fire, and your family members and the people of your village and this town were on fire, and you ran away to protect yourself. And it looks the exact same. If anything, you very much feel. What would actually Bosch feel as he approaches his old hometown?
As he approaches his town, he sees the horrible remains, and he feels pain. He feels sorrow. He feels regret that there wasn't really anything he could have done, and he wishes he could have done more.
Of course.
He gets real quiet, a lot less annoying than he usually is, and he just kind of walks on.
I'm sorry, is there a puppy?
Yes, it's Coco. Sorry.
Coco! Amazing. Okay, we allow puppy noises here. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what happened. So, but as you get closer, I need everyone to roll perception checks for me. Yeah.
Oh God. I got a 10. I'm a little distracted.
I got a 13, so not much better.
Okay. Actually, I'll just roll for them too. I forget that we only have two of the party. Pass it. Oh yeah, 18 and 19 on their dice. So, yeah, it's a relatively easy DC. But, so when you guys approach, you actually start to see, inside even the remnants of this. Give me a second. I should put these shoes away. Okay, my bad. But yes, as you're approaching, they have their tents already pitched up in and around the perimeter of the of Aberdeen. But you got since Javier and Warlock rolled so high on their perceptions, you actually will get a little bit more. You start to see that they're starting to build a little bit of a sacrifice, table in the courtyard. And Bosch, you look and see they're building it in the center of the town, the courtyard in the center of the town, where there used to be gatherings there, for picnics and important events. And they're trying to build this pillars, bring a bunch of these like very intricately designed pillars, and make it look very much like a ritual site for a sacrifice that they're about to do. You also see that a lot of the lower ranked members are the furthest away. So a lot of the foot soldiers and everything is the furthest away the from the town, and a lot of the elite members, a lot of the leaders actually reside within the ruins of these houses, and you can with a perception from that far, you see it because their houses are broken down. You see like living quarters and such, but you will also, I will say this, with that high of a perception, you know that there's going to be so much more that needs to be seen, and you arrived early. There's not everything's prepared. So there's a possibility that you could sabotage with sabotage, pretty much. And you hear actually Warlock say that with this kind of like, they kind of flicker their eyes red, and you see Beryl come up and be kind of like, I just want to, like, we can sabotage this. We can destroy it. We can destroy things.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, but it is late at night, and unless you guys want to attack this place at night, you guys could set up camp in a hidden area and see what happens.
All right, Bosch, what you want to do?
I do want to get a closer look at the living quarters, but I know it's probably not a good idea right now.
I mean, yeah, it's up to you guys. It is nighttime. I will say this: if anyone wants to get an idea of this place, of like what they should do, they could roll an insight. But I'm only gonna let one person do this, because I had too many people to roll. It's like, and this would be like what your character thinks. But you could also, I will say, for this insight, this will be a overall like, this is what you should think the group should do. You don't have to take what I tell you, of course.
Roll Arcana on this place. I know they're setting up like a ritual, so obviously.
Yeah. This. I mean, I will say, if you want to, sure, roll Arcana.
Oh shit. I got a 25.
Fuck. Wow.
That's a not natural 20.
That's pretty good still. Like a 19, 18 on the die.
19 with a +6.
Hell yeah, amazing. You with a 25 Arcana, it's kind of, so from this far away, it's kind of hard, but you can definitely see there's a lot of ritualistic things. Arcana, you got such a high Arcana that I can't really not give you like something, because this seems to be more of history, religion, the ideologies, maybe something along the lines of maybe. Just give me a sec, because I'm actually trying to look at this again. Just look at something. This would be a lot more like kind of history, and history, religion type thing. But with the 25 Arcana, you can definitely sense there's some arcanic energies there. You see people that are walking around with that, especially with their, a lot of the people there have magic items. A lot of these people have magic, and so it's not like, you know, it's not difficult to see, but it's definitely like, oh, there's a lot of magic. Are you looking specifically anywhere?
I guess just in the general direction of these little settlement kind of areas that we're looking at.
Yeah, you definitely see magic coming from these areas that these people are in. You don't see a lot of magic coming from the ritual site, the ritual area. You'd see a little bit, like kind of like purification magic, trying to make things pure. You see a lot more of you see a lot more like religion involved here, but with the Arcana 25, you just see a lot of a lot of people have magic items. It seems like they're really prepared, and they're trying to make this as best as possible. And like I said, you guys are a day early, so they're not. You don't even know if the 25 Arcana. These look like a lot of magic. You still do see spots where people don't have magic. So who's to know what happens? Does anyone still want to roll that insight?
Does anybody have a high insight? I only have
I have a +0 on insight, so.
It's just more to figure out what you want to do next.
I kinda, if I can see magic in some places, I'm interested in what spells they might have.
You don't have to detect magic, right?
No, not really.
So that you wouldn't be able to see, but you definitely can sense. With the 25 Arcana, you see, like, you sense it, but there's nothing, it's not permanent. This is just like a general sense. Of like, yeah, they definitely have magic. I can feel it in the energy, but it's like, no, I don't know exactly.
Okay, so then I do want to kind of poke around. I guess my first thought is I wonder what spell books they might have, but that I pushed that to like maybe an afterthought, or like if I happen upon it. I do want to see what is up. It happens in. It was 2 days before. It's in 1 day now, right?
Yeah. So when you woke up this morning, it was you expected to get to do this trip in 2 days. With that incredibly good roll, you got it done in the day. So you're a day early.
So we have a whole day.
You kind of have a night.
Yeah, it's nighttime, so.
I feel like it's better that we do some sneaking in the night, though. I'd like to
Mhm.
get a little
I
bit
agree.
closer. I'll get a little closer.
All right. I will say this. Roll me a. I'm gonna roll a d20. Let's see how far you guys. Do you guys set up camp first, or do you just go straight into sneaking?
Oh, we should maybe set up camp first. That would be a generally good idea.
So I will say this. If you guys set up camp, you are around. There's around 330 feet of you are 330 feet away from this area, and so you set up camp and just try to stay hidden. Are you trying to keep this campsite hidden? Or are you trying to make it just like fast so that you get as much time as possible?
Hidden. It would be a
Okay.
real bust if, yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. Do you guys want to roll a survival check to keep it hidden? Or do you want to roll a stealth check to try and make the campsite not hidden, but to hide in it?
Wait,
I
repeat
mean,
those
I have
options?
+9 in stealth, so.
Can you repeat those options again?
You can either roll a survival check to see how well you can hide, keep the campsite hidden when you make it, or you can leave the campsite open, and if people were to find it, everyone can roll stealth checks to hide within the campsite.
Wait, hold on. Cora, right? It's supposed to be.
Nope,
No,
Selena.
Selena.
Right, sorry. I get mixed up a lot. Selena, do you think there might be some empty building that they're not using right now that we might be able to hide out in? It might save time building a hideout like that.
You
I
wouldn't.
mean, this was your town, right?
Yeah, but they kind of built over the chart.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. I mean, I could try and sneak closer.
Yeah. So, do you want to sneak closer?
I mean, might as well. That way, they'll if anything happens, they'll just catch me, and you guys can, camp somewhere else.
All right, so you're going. Javier looks towards you and says, "Let me go with you."
All right, cool with me.
All right. Dumb question. Do you happen to have disguise self? Because you did take a level in Bard. I will also say,
I did, and I do have it.
so I will say this: you pull out your little flute and start playing a little jiggle. You cast disguise self through it. What exactly do you want to disguise yourself as? If you decide to, do you cast it first of all?
Hold on, let me read up about it.
You just see Javier saying, "I'm gonna go scout ahead." You go. You just decide what you want to do. He's gonna roll stealth, and he's going to try natural 1.
So he's just walking around. Oh my gosh, look at all these things.
He goes to turn, trips, and it's a natural 1. He falls flat on his face. You're 330 feet away. Actually, I'm not going to be that mean to him. He didn't do anything wrong. I want to roll a d20. You want a 10 or higher? 18. You're fine. The gun doesn't misfire. He just sits there and is like, maybe I will wait for you. I don't feel like stealthing anymore.
I think I'm gonna save my disguise self for later, just in case I get caught.
Respect. All right. All right. Okay. So Javier, you go up to the camp. He's giving you the help action because he does not want to. He doesn't want to stealth again, so he's just going to follow your every move. So yeah, go ahead and roll from your stealth with advantage.
That's a 28.
Dude, he didn't even need the help. He was going there to help you. Like, let me help. You're gone. Can't find you anywhere. So he just ends up like kind of trying his best to stealth around. With the 28, unless you do anything, you are completely hidden from people. I will say that you are able to stealth completely to the camp. You see, as you get to the camp, you see the garb of the soldiers that actually the people, these Wanderers of Kicker Seat members have. It's the red garb. Some of them have hoods. Some of them have like they're ripped and they kind of look very like barbarian-esque, where it's like they're barely covering anything, but they're very much covering the things that they don't want to get like hurt or covered. But they definitely show what needs to be shown for intimidation or for flirting, etc. You know, typical bullshit. You also do see the rankings of how they rank. Their members is very different. Everyone looks similar, but you can definitely tell there's a distinct rank system. You want to roll for me to understand this ranking system of society? Do me a favor and roll for me in history or investigation.
16.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. So you actually you see very simply, you see that lower rank members have like beads of pure black, and there's a lot of these beads of black around their neck, and as you get further and further in, these beads become less and less and less. And when you get to the point of higher members, you see these beads are red. Deep, dark, deep red. like blood red. And you also see that it's very much like swirling energy inside these beads. And you're going, and to put it simply, the further you go in, with a 28 stealth, Javier stays outside. He's going to be like, I'm going to go find someone, and I'm going to kill them and take their gear. Okay? Just go ahead and find whatever you can. Find us a place here. Okay?
Okay. Righto.
Alright. Trusting you. And he goes off and does his own thing. I want to do his rolls really quickly. Okay. You go ahead. What do you want to do? You are near there. You are able to go through and find out whatever you want to find out with successful checks.
Alright, I think I am gonna look for like a place for us to camp that's kind of far away enough to where they won't be like patrolling, but closer than 330 feet.
All right. I mean, I will say this: their stealth for 28 gets you all the way to 330 feet, and you're completely fine. But I will say, if you want to do anything else, you would definitely need to roll some sort of like another stealth check. But the 28 stealth getting there and doing things outside of like the lower ranking areas gets you further. That carries through. But do you want to do something? If you want to do something a little bit more with the with the heavier ranks people, you're gonna have to roll another stealth, which is completely fine. So just
These higher rank guys, are they going anywhere particular? Is everybody just kind of like walking around aimlessly?
It is the crack. It is now current as you approach there. It is now currently dark. There are torches everywhere. You're seeing a lot of revelry happen in the lower ranks. As you get up into higher, you see a lot more civility, a lot more people just doing cool things of just like talking to some of the other members, getting some they're more serious conversations. And as you get further in, actually, if you're gonna go further, I need another stealth roll.
24.
Fine. You are able to even still just crack through it. I'm gonna roll for Javier quickly. Okay. All right. You get through, and you're definitely seeing a lot more civility. Even if these wanderers or Kicker C members and these higher ups, the lower members seem to be more chaotic, more energized, kind of like excited for tomorrow. But as you get further in, you see a lot more sternness. You see this energy change from jovial to serious. You see as you get closer, there's no more tents. These higher ups have their stations inside the actual burned buildings of Aberdeen. And you see many different like roads you can go down. You with a 24 know easily how to go from alley to alley without like causing problems. There's not a lot of these higher ups out in the street, but you do note that there's a lot of them in buildings. They have torches or candles and you can, if you're trying to find something in particular, you're able to find it with a good enough roll.
Okay, the sacrificial table area. Are there buildings near that?
Yeah, it is the center of town, and you see that people have built houses. The houses of these places are built around this center. So, yeah, very much so.
Do any of those houses look any more important than the others?
Roll for me a perception or investigation.
That's an 18.
No. the houses all seem to be relatively the same. It's kind of hard to tell with an 18. You're able to tell that a lot of these houses near this area were were where shops seems to be a shop area. This seems to be like the area for the shops, like the shopkeep areas and everything. There was no real like. There was yeah, no, around the altar right now, no, but you do see with an 18 that there are some some leaders with a lot. I'm talking like 3 necklaces full of red beads. And you just with an 18, you just know that this is seen to be where the highest ranked Kicker C members are.
I think I want to sneak into the closest building.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a 6 quickly. Alright. You enter the first building. I will say you just go into the building that's closest to you, which will be on your left. You enter. You want to do this stealthily. So you rolled a 24. And I'm not going to go against that for you. But what I will say is that I would like you to roll another stealth check, this time with advantage, because you did roll really high as you're entering this area. I just am trying to, yeah, just roll for me stealth with advantage.
It's another 24.
Amazing. I don't even know why I'm worried.
Dude, I love that +9 stealth is amazing.
Rogues, man, fuck my life. You are very much able to instantly just like blend into shadow. The door is already like off its hinges. You don't even need to really do anything. You just go through. You see right in front of you. You see this. I'm gonna think. You see. Sorry, I'm making a character up on the spot to sue me. You see this, very much this orc-like figure cowering over this table. He doesn't seem to be doing anything. Not really paying attention, but you see there's a candlelight and he's cowering over a table. You also see that he has a bedroll. He has a satchel on the side. Nothing really seems to be coming out of it right now. And you also just see some weaponry on the floor. But it's hard to tell because it's low light.
Alright. Is there a way for me to get higher to see what he's towering over?
Yeah, with that 24, he can't tell. You are, although, a halfling. It is harder for you to see what most ogres can't see. Orcs can see. So, if you want to get closer, I will let you roll perception. This will be at disadvantage because you are very much short. And he is very much tall. And if you fail by, I put the DC 15. If you fail by more than 5, things may happen.
Yeah, things about to happen because I got a 5.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell, and you're getting really frustrated because, like, you of your short stature, this guy's huge, and you get very frustrated. You kind of try to like jump and look, and once you jump, you look down and realize, oh no, you land and the floorboard cracks, and I will say this: you are a rogue, and you know that things like this happen. I will let you roll acrobatics to dodge out of his eyesight or stealth with disadvantage. To just like hide immediately.
Well, I got a 22 with that acrobatics, so I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Let's see. Yeah. He turns and you instinctually just. What do you do to avoid this guy's eyesight? This is a very small room.
Can I roll under the table?
Yeah, sure. You go ahead and roll under the table. As he turns to look around, you immediately just dodge and roll under his legs, and are underneath the table. He's like, "Ooh." Oh, stupid. Fucking. Why do we have to go to this town after? Anyways, stupid. He goes back down. He's not writing anything. He seems to be. You're underneath the table, and you just realize how tall this orc is. He's just looking down at his desk, and you are right underneath the desk. You're right in between his legs, and this man is reading something. He's having a hard time reading it. He's like, what? Because he's really struggling with this. But yeah, no, you're just there and underneath the table, and he is currently reading something. What do you do?
Oh, I'm so tempted to pop out and be like, hey, can I help you with that?
It's up to you. I know. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, bro.
Oh, no. Hey, okay, so I have deception +6. I got performance +3. I got persuasion +6. So those are better, but mm.
Oh, by the way, Bosch, is there anything you're doing? David. Okay, well, he's gone. Oh my.
Hello?
Hold on, he's
Oh.
here.
Hey. I didn't know I did that to my mic.
Is everything okay? No,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh,
We're just wondering, is there anything that you are doing while Javier and Selena go into the town?
it's just me and Warlock then, right?
Yeah.
Not very much. I guess this is just me waiting, thinking about, what was my hometown for so long.
Yeah.
What I remember, do you think where things used to be?
Yeah, definitely. If you want roll history.
That's so base. What is my history modifier? History? I got a 16.
You definitely remember like some of the next. So you definitely remember some of the. You remember some parts of this town. You remember your home, which was this lovely town whole area, right like not in the middle, but a couple of houses away. You remember some of your favorite shops. You can make those up from if you want. You remember your best friend's house. You remember some of your family members, their houses. Here's where you went to school when you were young. Um, you remember a lot, but you don't remember every single place. But if you were to go in, you probably could figure out what is what.
Okay. Second question here. Is this little sacrificial settlement built in like the very middle, or like on the edge of everything?
In the very middle.
Very middle. Okay. I think looking at this village, Bosch just gets he starts to get a little angry. Um, you know, if nothing else, of course they would have to build this kind of thing where his people, his family, his friends used to live. Um, but he waits a little patiently for now. Not
All
much
right.
goes on.
Selena, you so I will say this: you have to sit still for a good. Well, that dice flew out of nowhere. You sit for a good 5 minutes while this guy and you hear this guy struggle to read. I'm just gonna quickly go over the Bosch. Bosch, you actually, as you are sitting there and getting frustrated, you hear a little tingle in your head, and you hear this voice come into your mind. Hello. Is this Bosch? This is Talathael. You're the person that's taking care of your house. This cuts off. And then it comes back again. House. Sorry, I only have 25 words. We have quite a few new people here, and they're calling this place the Bosch Zone. I'm quite and it cuts off. Confused. I really have only one more of these. Hope you're doing well. Come back soon, please. I need help. Cuts off.
Okay, that's.
You have a feeling that you can respond to this
Oh.
to whatever this is.
Raphael. I guess you don't have any more of these. Hey, yeah, we're a bit busy. Trying to get rid of some sacrificial time. Yeah, I will be.
Cuts off.
Okay. Can I respond to any of the other ones?
I will say you. Would Bosch be smart enough to realize what this spell is?
Um, 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 I mean, he was very well versed in spells. I think he would have looked.
Roll me arcane. Roll me arcane. Yes! Arcana.
I got without the +6 even. I got an 18.
Yeah, you know this is a sending spell.
The what?
This is a sending spell.
I love sending spell. Okay, awesome.
It's funny because I don't think Bosch knows the sending spell.
He doesn't know it. But he knows like what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
You are able to respond. You respond 1. You get 75 words. You already used 25. 50 words. I will just say for the hell of it, I'm not gonna. This is your first sending. You can make it as long as it is as you want it within reasonable capacity. Just say what you say back.
I'll be back at the Bosch Zone. Is that really what they're calling it? In due time. We're okay for now. I hope you don't have any trouble. Have a good night. And thank you for taking care of my
Cuts off. Yeah, that happens. While, and a couple of minutes later, you also get another tinkle. Hello, Bosch. Thank you so much for taking care of our wonderful engagement. It comes back up. I'm wondering, have you arrived at the location yet? I would love to hear an update.
Oh, this is I know who this is. This is what's his name again?
Demon.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah, we're here. Currently, we got here a little early. Currently, scouting, I guess. What's up?
No response. You feel like you missed something there. You could have said something. But it's fine.
Shit.
Do you want to say anything?
Do I want to say anything? I don't know the spell.
No, but you still have some extra words.
Oh. What would I be able to say here that is like impactful?
God.
Like, do you need anything? I might be a little stupid.
It's fine. It's okay. Just you get a message back. Excellent. I'm glad that the 6 of you have made it so far so quickly.
6 of us. Oh, yeah. We had a few that jumped through the a smudged sending portal. They're somewhere. We hope to reconnect with them soon. If there's any way you can help with
Cuts
that,
off.
it'd be much appreciated.
You got way less. You got way too many words there. I would say, oh yeah, I'd say, oh yeah, a couple of us of them ran through a smudge portal. We don't know where they are. Is there any way you can help with that? Question done. Like that. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. okay.
You don't get a response back.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, back to Selena. Selena, you've been there for 5 minutes, and this guy still hasn't even read apparently the second sentence. Is there anything you want to do?
I think I'm gonna use disguise self
All
to
right.
look like another higher ranking person.
Oh yeah. I will say, you see the beads around his neck. They are There's like 2 of them. So you assume. I mean, what would a Selena assume in this instance? If you see 2 beads of 2 necklaces of full red beads.
That I'm gonna be somebody lower than him and be like, sir, is there anything I could help you with? Like.
All right. So you cast this guy self. Do you have what are the components for this spell? Is it verbal, somatic? Describe it.
Hold on. V and S. That means
verbal and somatic. Okay.
so it's both or just one?
Verbal and somatic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you are definitely, if you are going to want to cast this, we'll need to go either are you going to try and do it underneath this guy? Are you going to attempt to exit, cast it, and come back in?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to exit because I don't think my luck's gonna hold me off.
Yep. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and sneak
All
out
right.
from under the table.
Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage because he's a big dude, and you were there for 5 minutes, so it is easier for him to look down than to, such.
17.
Just gonna roll his perception. Yeah, does not pay attention. Doesn't even notice. Yep, you are able to escape underneath the table and underneath the legs, and I'd say even leave his general vicinity, and You cast it?
Yep.
Okay. You cast the disguise self. What do you describe yourself as?
Have I seen any other like halfling sized people here?
You've seen, I mean, with your role of like telling, you probably can tell that there are a lot of different races here. This halflings definitely, but higher ranks, there's no real like classism. But you definitely there's no real classism. But actually, I'm gonna do a roll. The higher the number, the higher the classism. That's a 14. Yeah, as you get higher up, you start realizing there's a lot more elves and people are fey nature. Not even fey nature, but just like lankier, skinnier, less tall people. But definitely less short people, less fat people. Definitely, you get into the higher ranks. People that seem to have more beads of red are elegant esque, like elves. Um, Elves, you see this guy that's an orc, half orc, or an orc of some kind. You definitely see some like humans that have very different, distinct eyes. A couple of tieflings as you get further up. You haven't not seen the other five higher ups as far as you know, but you know that this guy is a half orc. You definitely assume that if there was to be um a halfling, that they definitely would be in the not even lower ranks, but like lower middle ranks, according to this society, to the Kicker Seas, Wanderers Kicker Sea. You assume. You weren't paying super high attention to every single person as you walked in. You got basic garb of what they are and the ideology of their class system.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on the red garb, but I'm gonna put on some black beads.
Black beads. How many black beads?
I guess 3. I don't know. What have I seen, or have I even paid attention?
You would see, like I said, further up the furthest away, a lot of black beads, like kind of one whole black bead necklace. As you've got further in, there was less and less black beads that were showing up on the neck, and at a certain
Yeah,
point,
you did say that. Sorry.
yeah, it's okay.
So I don't want too many black beads.
Roll me a d4 then.
That is a 1.
You make yourself have one black bead in the middle of your neck. And what exactly are you looking for? Or like trying to do you look exactly like yourself, but in you know what I mean? Like, well, describe your fit.
I can make myself a foot taller, so I guess I'll do that. So I guess I'm just gonna be 4 foot.
Yeah, you just turn to 4 foot halfling, and you change your garb to look like. Do you want to look like the barbarians? Do you want to just look like a red shirt, like the same garb as them, but like not looking the same? You look like a little different, or do you want to look exactly like them?
Hmm. Well, he's an orc, so I think I don't know if I want to do the barbarian route. No, because they probably won't be that smart. Um, so I'm gonna look just like them.
Okay. You change. Do you change your face?
Yeah, I guess I'll go with like a. I guess I'll go thinner, just a little bit, just to make me more gaunt looking.
Yep. Okay. So you're skinnier. You're inch taller,
And
and
I'll be blonde. Why not? Blonde hair, uh,
similar face.
green eyes. I don't even know what the heck I look like. Hold on.
You guys should have described created your own character faces. I know some of you guys have been working a lot on it. But yeah,
Yeah, I just couldn't remember what color eyes I had.
yep, you are able to just change your appearance entirely. Absolutely, I'll let you do that. Okay. So, what do you do next? You are now a completely different person.
I'm gonna do something very stupid, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna knock on the door and ask if he needs any help.
Hold on. You knock. Uh, come in.
I'm gonna enter.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me, sir. You have a black bead, and you are at the highest, at near the ritual sanctum. Do you want to sully the sight that Kickersy will be summoned back in?
Sorry, sir. I was told to come here. They said you might needed help with something.
Roll for mere deception. -2.
Dirty 20.
Oh, thank God! Honestly, oh my God, I've been struggling to read this paper for like 3 hours. I'm like all the other leaders have already gone and finished their reading, and they know what to do tomorrow, and I don't know, and I don't want to fail. This is the big
And
day
they
tomorrow.
wouldn't help you? That's rude.
I mean, look, they're all fucking elves and humans. You know them fucking
That's true.
pretentious.
They look
type.
down on us thinking we're like lower races.
Really, you understand me so well, and yet you are like 4 foot. It is incredible. You speak like you are You are
I know.
7 foot. What is your name, good sir?
My name's Bard.
Bard? Honestly, Bard, after tomorrow, come back here. I will grant you your first bead of ecstasy. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's not what they call it. I just call it, personally, it's ecstasy because, people get elated. It's enlightenment. It is a bead of... You will get your first bead of enlightenment and move your first bead of... I never knew what they were called. I never got one. Idiots.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention in that part of class, but...
Well, anyway, please, could you read this paper for me?
Can I read the paper?
What languages do you speak?
Common, halfling, and thieves can't.
In Thieves' Camp. It's very much a Thieves' Camp. In Thieves' Camp, you definitely read something. It's not a small paper. It looks small as he hands it to you, but it's actually a huge paper to you. You read it. It pretty much says some news, unfortunate news. Our Blakely Darktrust / Ferris Darmore has not reported back to us since. They have they have the gem. We need to halt this we need to push back the sacrifice a couple more days to find another gem. Signed, Berdosha. And that's it. So what does it say?
Bad news.
Bad news?
Yeah. I mean, there's no gem.
There's no gem.
There's no gem at all.
What? But
Apparently it was a lie.
the ritual.
It can't go on because there's no gem. I mean, unless y'all want to try it and bad things will happen.
He takes a moment and just sits down on his bed cot. There's no gem. What the hell? There's no gem. Are they gonna get another one? Like, this has to happen. This is this lines up perfectly with like the moon and just when he asked us to summon him. What do you mean that there's no gem? He starts getting louder and louder. I'm not gonna like it gets much louder. You actually, I'm not gonna repeat it, but like, there has to be a gem. He needs to be summoned.
Hey man, I can only tell you what's on the paper.
Where is what the fuck does saying that Barbosa? Where is she? Where is this asshole?
It was Renosha.
But Renosha or okay. Fucking, I don't remember her name. I'm so angry. Where is she? He pushes past you. Roll me dex save. This is much less. It's the various low DC. It's just to not fall on your ass.
16.
Yeah, easy enough. You get pushed 5 feet, but you hit the wall. He pushes you and you hit their head against the wall and stay still. No damage, no prone. You see him walk out and run straight towards one of the 2 buildings in the middle. And goes and starts knocking heavily on the door to the left.
I would like to steal the satchel and get the heck out of there.
You go ahead and steal the satchel. Do you pick up any of his weapons?
Are they... What kind of weapons?
You see a halberd. Doesn't seem to be of great quality. You aren't able to tell what's magic and what's not as you look, right? But...
Right.
Sorry, give me a second to do something. You look and see this long halberd that looks like it's nearly on, like, broken, nearly on death's door. But also, roll me investigation really quickly, because you are just trying to also look around.
14.
Roll me another d20. I want to beat a 14.
I got a 15.
Holy shit. You look around and you don't think you're finding anything. And you're just about to leave. Until suddenly you like kick the bedside. And you see a bow. Just hidden underneath it.
I would like to take this bow.
Yeah, you take the boat easily. He's getting very upset, starts banging harder, like, Barbosa! Let me in! I must talk with you! You actually start to see some of the other members, the higher up members, and some of the lower rank members as well. Couple's like, what's going on? What's going on? You start to get, they're starting a little bit of a thing up for there to describe it. You see very much like it's starting to become a bigger deal. But you also now see that everyone's leaving their houses. Is there anything that you want to do? Do you just leave, or do you now see people leaving their houses are like, I'm gonna go try to steal more things?
I want to go try and steal more things.
Yeah, go
I have
ahead.
A bag of holding.
Yeah, you put your stuff, all the weapon satchel in the back of holding. Make sure it doesn't overload, but I think you'll be fine. Go ahead and roll me stealth with advantage, as now there's a big crowd around this big orc.
26.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 3 checks. 3 perceptions. You just not need a 17 or higher on any of these. 3, 1, and a fucking 4. This man starts getting upset. And causes such a ruckus, and it takes him so long to calm down. You are able to go through every single building The other 6, except Barbosa's. So you're only able to do 4 more investigation checks for me. And depending on what you roll, if you want to beat a 15, you will get you can ask what you're looking for. I'll say what you're looking for. And if you can't, I can't give it to you, then we'll figure something out, like, in the moment. But yeah. You go to the first building, which is right next to him. Roll for me investigation, just to see what you can find.
18.
Okay, easy. You go in the next building. You see as you exited, it was a half elf. So it was an elegant man. You see a lot of books, and this man writing in this expensive ass paper with this ink that seemed to be created from some sort of like animal that was very popular. And you see he's writing some sort of incantation on this paper. You don't know what language this is, but you definitely have seen it before with what Bosch has written. When he says spells, it seems very similar to Elvish. Actually, you speak Elvish. You would recognize this as spellcasting component words. You just see a lot of books there. And some ink and some paper. And I'd even say you see an orb of some kind. I'm guessing you're going to put that all in too? Okay.
Yeah.
You do that. And then I need you to do me a favor. Roll for me luck. You want 11 or higher.
I got a 13. We're okay.
Roll me a D20 and a D4.
I got a 12 on the D20 and a 2 on the D4.
You find a jug right next to it filled with beer. And you just try to dump it out, and you put it back, and still filled with beer.
We gonna snag that too.
Absolutely. All right, that's the first building. Second building. At the building afterwards, you're getting closer to Barbosa's, so you go through the crowd with a 26 stealth. I'm not going to retcon that. You go to the house on the right, go through there. What are you looking for? Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Any other sort of like magical parchments, books, anything like, or maybe another gem or something? I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, roll for me another investigation. You want 15 or higher.
That's a 6.
Yeah. No. This one, you can't tell what is magic or what's not. But this one, you go in, you just see it's very much like a lot of just simple. This one seemed to be very minimalistic. Doesn't seem to have a lot of things. Then again, you don't know if anything's really magic or not. You just go in, you see a bedroll, you see a satchel, you see a barren desk, you see some things hung on a wall like a scroll of some kind that seems to show a painting of some sort. And you see some boots, you see some armor, but you can't tell if anything's magical or not.
Alright, I'm gonna take the satchel, and I don't know if I'd be able to fit the armor in the bag of holding.
How? I mean, you can figure it out if you want. Do you want to try?
No, it says 2 feet in diameter, so that probably wouldn't, depending on how big the armor is.
I will say, you saw the person walking out seemed to be more of a human, so it was a human person. But definitely was it definitely, you can just, it looked normal. It looks like a normal set of armor.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Let's try it.
Yeah. Roll me a Lux roll. 11 or higher.
15.
Yep. It fits in this bag of holding. All right. You and I assume you don't get any. Is that only all you get?
Yeah, because I'm gonna try and get the heck out of here.
Okay. Sure. Um. After that, you go to next place. Roll me an investigation check. You get, this is your third, and you get one more after this.
19.
You enter. What are you looking for exactly?
More books and scrolls. Any
You
magic?
see another elven figure that was there walk out. Not to say that this guy was a magical one. You do find books and scrolls, but you also do find some interesting tidbits. I will say there are magic items here. You pick them up and throw them in. You find books. You find some scrolls. You also find some information. You find the note that was written about the same note that's been sent to everyone about the the ritual being canceled or being pushed back. You see that this person seemed to be like the navigator, figuring out where can we find another gem. You see this writing in Sylvan or in Elvish, and talking about going further into a going to a pyramid in Umconber, where where they know that a mummy lord there had in possession this particular type of gem, as that was the source of his power. And the mummy lord's name, written down, Pet Amen Neb Kata, was found in this pyramid, and that has been resided since the beginning of Trifogrand. And he writes down, whenever it may be, ... You also find a lot of gold. I will say that you find a total of 8. I will say you find around 35 platinum pieces and 48 gold. Just right next to that letter. It seemed like it was going to be payment of some kind, it looks like.
Okay, well, all I care about in there is that note about the mummy guy and the money.
You, with a 19, I will also say this. You see that, actually, you know what? No. You go to the fourth place. You go and move on. You don't find...
Yeah.
There's some magic items in here, but they seem to be simple enchantments that lead towards, like, just simpler lifestyle. Nothing that's, like, good for combat. You see, it feels like. You think. You go to the last one. Roll for me one last thing.
7.
You go in, and this one, there's way too many things. Like, lots of clothes, lots of this seems like this guy was a hoarder, and you have too many. You can't even pick up anything. You don't think anything's really useful here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it.
I will say this. You were the 19 investigation. If you want, I will let you go back to the place you were at before this one. Just because with a 19, I'll give you something else. You go back to the third place. There's still chaos going on. You do this very quickly. You feel like you missed something as you're running away. You run back. I want you to roll me a stealth. With advantage, because... Actually, no, not with advantage. Just stealth. Regular stealth.
21.
You barely pass. I'll give it that. You see this elven man walk back in, and he's talking to some of the other members. The sacrifice will happen tomorrow. Don't you worry. For on the name of me, Ferris Darmore, nothing will change. I will ensure it. And you see some of these other lower men like, yes, sir, Mr. Darmore, sir. Good. Go back out. Nothing's wrong. They they leave, and and running around within like 30 feet away. His figure and form changes, still to like an elven form, but to a half-elf form. Of an older one. Definitely a little more haggard. And of a multicolored, constantly changing colors cloak. You see Blakely Darkdusk. And he's just like, I hope to God that those fucking idiots can bring this stupid goddamn road. What the fuck? He's just like very old. Like, what was you supposed to? Oh yeah, this gem. We need this gem. This gem is supposed to bring us to the next count coming. I guess I need to create a portal towards this pyramid if we are to get this gem. Well, time to do some math. And he goes to the table. Where's my chalk? Where's my gems? I remember leaving it here. What do I need those for? I can just go get some from Gerald. Gerald has everything. He's the fucking armor. He leaves. Yeah, that information comes up. And I will say, roll me one last stealth to exit. Unless you want to do anything else here.
Nah, I kind of want to hoof it.
Yeah, you hoof it. You actually, as you get halfway through, I won't let you roll, because you see, as you leave, and you're coming up, you get into look through one building, and you see around, like, 7 dead Kickersy members, and you, dead Kickersy members laid against the wall, completely buck naked. But they're like kind of in vision, but you see them getting dragged. Do you do anything about that?
Sure, I'll go investigate.
You go into the building and you see Javier, kind of in Kickersy garb, just pull up the gun. He's like, "Oh, sorry. Are you done?"
Yeah. That Blakely Dark Test dude was here, and he's looking for stuff to make a portal.
Oh, well. Okay. The portal to where?
Some pyramid. I mean, I have all this crap. We could take it back to Bosch, and he can use his magic, mystic, voodoo junk.
Yeah, that honestly, yeah, you're right. It is magic voodoo, viscid, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. You roll for me the stealth, so you can. Roll for me a stealth check so you can escape, and he will do the same with advantage because he has a garb. That is 2 3s. Oh my god.
Well, I rolled a 24. Does that help?
You, so a pass and a failure. They rolled a 12. You got in the middle. I'm gonna roll luck. 10 or higher. Fucking hell, 12. Okay, yeah, you see Javier just kind of like just get complete. Actually, you see that Javier actually starts like stealthing. He used to see him. He's surprisingly gotten better at it. You don't know what's going on, but then he suddenly trips and falls on his face again. You see some of the members just laugh at him, and then try to look a little closer at him, and he just gets up and walks away quickly, like he's embarrassed. Um, you guys get back to you guys just run away, and you guys nothing really happens. You guys successfully infiltrated the place. Um, but I want to go. I want to say this last thing, Bosch. You come back. You see Selena and Javier come back with a bunch of magical gear. You immediately clock the books and the scrolls, and I will say this: you can use one of these books as a spell book, if you'd like. I will say that Selena, as well, has brought 500 gold pieces worth of paper and ink to copy spells. And in this spell book in some of the spell books that are in the side, you find the identify spell. You can ritual cast. You find, and I will say this, within valid reason, roll me a d4 or a d6. Roll me a d6.
Okay. Okay. A 1.
You
Let him.
that sucks. You this guy sucks. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you can give me. I'm not. I need no. You know what? Fuck it. You rolled a 1. This is too much. I'm giving you too many things. You. This spell book has one spell, and you can pick that spell. Go through all the spells. You can pick that spell, and that spell book will have that spell in it. And then it also will say that you have the capability of copying spells, that you maybe some scrolls. We will get to that another time, maybe like next session. But that's all for you guys. Now we go all the way back to Greg and Cora. What feels like for
Right.
Let's go.
More attention to the cool ones.
Right? No, just kidding.
Oh, don't even.
honestly insane rolls by you, Selena. Truly insane.
I know. Hopefully we can get some good rolls to get out of this desert.
That would be.
Hey, I was just happy my stealth is so good. I didn't really care about investigation.
All right. Selena and Cora and Greg. You guys both wake up around the same time at the crack of dawn, as the cold energy of this cold suddenly turns to heat as quickly as it changed to cold as the sun rises. You are still in the middle of the desert. Is there anything you guys want to do as you wake up?
Apologize.
All right, Greg, if we die.
I would like to wake up and be like, would like to apologize for my behavior and lapse in judgment that have led us here to this place. Will never happen again.
It's all good. It's all good. It's in the past, just like and she's about to explain like what just happened to her, but she's like, "Nah, let me summarize. I got some new skills. Don't think they're all going to help us in this desert, but if we survive and make it through this, I'm partly a warlock now."
Ooh, okay. Anything cool is good.
Right. So Cora's gonna look around to see if she sees any sort of like, I don't know, tracks, like if there's any caravans that had gone through the area
You roll for
or
me
something.
investigation.
Oh my goodness, a 22, nat 20.
Oh wow. Nat 20. So caravans. No, there are no caravans. But I will say this. Even if it's for some reason a strange new ability just to see things that aren't able to be seen because of your new pact with the air genie, the lady of many hands, faces. It's been so long.
Faces.
I am so sorry. I need to fucking remember all the bullshit that I give my characters.
You're good.
You just remember, you see like as if like it's kind of like there but not, footprints leading towards somewhere. This will, with that natural 20 investigation, you are able to, I'd say, just straight up get advantage on any tracking rolls that you guys want to do.
Cool. So we should. You said there were tracks,
There were like human tracks.
human tracks. Oh my gosh, Greg! I don't know if I just woke up refreshed, but look at that, tracks.
Uh-huh.
You don't see them, Greg.
Close. Oh. I do see them. I do see, what are we looking at?
Cora just starts like running off after in the direction they're leading.
Yeah,
Hey, what are you doing?
you go ahead.
Greg follows behind.
Yeah, I would like Cora. You don't need to roll, Greg. Cora, roll me advantage survival check to follow these tracks.
That'd be like about 11 with advantage, and also my jack of all trades.
11.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Um,
it's not terribly hard DC, but it takes you a little longer. Like you kind of have to remind yourselves that, oh shit, we're running and we have not drank water in a while. We have to use our resources to make sure the animals don't die. Strangely enough, though, Greg, you see that Cora has not, since waking up, fed her cat or gave her cat water.
Oh dear. Isn't your cat thirsty? Maybe a little hungry? Haven't seen you get out in a little bit.
Cora's not really sure if she wants to share the genie thing yet, but she kind of looks at Tressa like, do you need water or anything anymore? I guess would she actually need any water or anything?
No, she's a genie.
Okay, so she just kind of like gives her like
no, she just says, meow.
Okay, she good.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Anyway, it just takes you a little longer. Now that means that the dog, what did you name your dog again, by the way, Greg?
Oh, hold on, let me check, but I'm pretty sure it was Bartholomew or something.
Bartholomew, exactly.
Sophocles. No, it was Isophocles.
Isophocles, you can now feed Isophocles and make sure that he's healthy.
Oh, feed my dog.
But yeah, you very much follow the tracks. It makes I still do need you guys to roll Constitution saving throws with advantage because you are both resistant to fire. The DC for this is, for you, Greg, is 15.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
And for you, Cora, is 10.
18.
Easy. Nat 20, you were prepared this time. You know that he's going to hit. Both of you are just accepting this heat and just let it wash over you, becoming one with the desert. And you don't take post of exhaustion.
It's so cool.
And you guys approach, follow the tracks for a good half of the day. So it would have taken you a little less time, but unfortunately didn't roll too high. But you guys do come upon the a you guys actually start seeing in the distance wavy, and if not a little bit like a hallucination, you think, but a pyramid, a very big, tall triangle. And you guys think it's a hallucination, but the tracks lead towards it, almost like as if they are dragging you towards it. Do you guys follow?
Of course, pyramids are cool.
Right. Sounds like a bad idea, but sure.
Anything cool is good. You have to remember
Hey,
that.
shade is important.
Place could be a source of refuge for us.
Yep. It takes you another 2 hours, 3 hours. By the time you get there, it's around like high afternoon. The sun is extremely hot at this point, and from this point, it only will get colder, thankfully. But you guys are just thankful that you got closer and you start seeing it's an actual pyramid, and you see around it as well. It seems to be like a little village that seems to be surrounding this pyramid. Oh, and
Who's that?
Hey.
Ignore the fake beard. I was at the Ren Fair as Rincewind.
Awesome.
this is unfortunate because your parts. We finished your section.
Oh.
Yeah, I said take your time. I didn't expect you to show up this late, but it's okay. You'll be hearing what happens next.
It's alright, I can rewatch it by now. Y'all are
Yeah, no.
you're tapping out for me for the time being. I mean, I can watch over stuff.
Yeah, no. You're good. You're good. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. I'm just glad you showed up, James.
Alright.
It's okay. It was mainly me sneaking in and stealing stuff.
Yeah. It was pretty. It was pretty impressive. I will say that.
Hey. Who are you stealing from?
We can describe it after the session.
Alright, yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, so describe what's happening currently. Cora and Greg woke up, and Cora with a natural 20 investigation check found footprints that were magical leading towards somewhere. With an advantage on tracking, rolled an 11. They took half the day to come upon this pyramid that has a like kind of small village built around it, and they are just approaching this village right now. Is there any? So as you approach this village, you do see a couple of things. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second again, because I need to find some. I need to change. I wish I had music on like, I wish I had music ready to go constantly. That would make things so much easier for me. Yeah, just fun. But yeah, as you approach, you actually start seeing a couple of interesting things. One, there's a lot of acts of there's a lot of activity in this building, or in this village. But what you do note about the people is they seem to be pretty wrapped up.
Wrapped up.
Yeah, like there's a lot of wrapping going on.
Maybe they're just trying to protect from the sun.
You see as you walk through this town, you enter and you immediately see these male and female figures wrapped in wrappings, some falling off to show like exposed, dry, and honestly like breaking out skin. And the wrapping all over their body, from their heads to their arms to their bodies to their legs. You just see like a community of mummies just living in this village.
Are they different races or just human?
They seem to be humanoid, yeah. Different types of humanoid for sure. Yeah. But other than that, you look and notice there's a bumbling society here. If you want to roll investigation check, I can show you what you see in this town.
I want to roll investigation with my +0. Hold on. Oh, I was just off in that 20. 14.
With a 14, actually that's fine. I will say that it works. You got a 10. You see a lot of people with shops just selling like old like rotting fruit and rotting animal carcasses. But you see these mummies happily just communicating in a language you don't understand. You even see there's like a home where there's this little mummy, a mother pushing this bone cart with a little baby mummy and the father mummy right behind her.
Wow.
It's at this point where you think I'm hallucinating. But it's a bumbling society. There's town. There seems to be a community center. There's a building that's clearly bigger and more vibrant than the rest, facing away, facing the pyramid, but like kind of like this is a circle and this is the pyramid, and this building is right here, kind of like is right in front of the pyramid. You also see an inn where there seems to be a couple of different types of mummies walking out. Some big burly types that are just like speaking a language you don't understand, but very clearly drunk on whatever the fuck. And with a 14, you look at the name. Fucking, it seems very obvious, but the Arabian tomb. Or in this case, not the Arabian tomb. The Qanbar tomb. Qanbar tomb.
I disconnected for a second. Can I have a rundown of what just happened in the past couple of
Oh
seconds?
my fucking god!
I'm very sorry. I stopped hearing anything, and then it cut back in, and I realized I have no clue what's going on.
David, did you hear all that?
Did you hear that?
No, our internet's kind of the same.
Oh, okay, that's fair. You walked in, you saw a bunch of a mummy society, and you walked to an inn that was called the Qanbar tomb.
Okay.
And it's mummies. Everyone's mummies.
Right.
Well, Cora's very shocked, but she turns to Greg and says, I don't know about you, but I could use a drink.
You actually, so it's interesting. As you walk in, you see a lot of people just stopping what they're doing and looking at you as you walk through. And you're talking about this. It's very easy to clock. But you just walk straight to the Qanbar tomb?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk through the Qanbar tomb. The doors are made of sand, so as you touch them, they fall.
Oh.
And strangely enough, as you enter the Qanbar tomb, you enter in this glorious, extremely colorful, like, seating area. You see a bar, but you also see a lot of cushions on the floor that are completely clean, with insanely nice cap tapestry on the walls, and you see a lot of mummies sitting there and drinking some sort of drink with. And I mean, this is kind of they're smoking out of some form of like camel head. Or something like as camel-like, smoking a little something and drinking and having revelry. But as you enter, you see everyone stop and look right towards you. I will say even the music stops. The music as you enter, you see a little loot. The music stops and looks towards you.
Cora pulls out her lute and starts sort of strumming on it and says, "Greetings, everyone. We are distant travelers and entertainers here to visit your town."
Roll for me.
Yes, we are very
Roll for
entertaining.
me. 2 rolls. Roll for me
Okay.
roll for me performance.
22.
Okay, you get to roll this. Is it persuasion? It's persuasion. Roll for me this persuasion with advantage because of that performance.
23.
Okay, you
I got 9 in
immediately
persuasion.
a 9.
9 plus, yeah.
What?
God,
Yeah.
this fucking.
So I'll say
bard.
persuasion's gonna be crazy. I also got silver tongue with my subclass, so
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, you.
I can't lose.
So here's the thing. This is a very everyone's a mummy except you two. So this was a high DC. You immediately, as you entered, the music stopped. Immediately, like almost instinctually, pulled out your lute, and started playing. And as you're playing, you play something similar to what they were playing, and you see they recognize that, and almost instinctually start dancing towards it. And then the person starts. The person once again, just as like the musician, starts to join in after a couple of minutes of singing and playing these songs. You end on a big note, and you see all these mummies just clapping and dust coming off of the dust and like bone or skin, you don't know anymore, coming off of their bodies, and they just all go back towards what they were doing. They don't seem to pay you any mind anymore. In fact, they are very happy that you hold on. I think I fucked up. They go back to you just doing your thing, and they go back to doing their thing. Do you go and approach the bar or anywhere in particular?
Yes.
You go and approach the bar. Who you see behind the bar? You see a mummy that looks very gnomish and almost instinctually looks at you, and in a language you don't understand,
I love how vibrant their language is.
Cora just nods and hopes it's a yes or a no question.
With the 23 persuasion. Ah, fuck. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Oh, ow. Ow. Oh, can you understand me?
Yes, now.
Excellent. I haven't done that in a while. Being a mummy sometimes can't really change your voice or your languages you speak. But apparently here you can. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dungus.
What?
Yeah.
I love Dungus.
I died 5 years ago. I hope my sister's looking for me.
He probably is.
Yeah, well, I died 5 years ago and I was turned into a mummy, and now I live here in the wonderful pyramids, light or shadow in this case, and I run the Conbar Tomb. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What country are we in?
Oh,
What continent?
you're in Umcumber. You pull out the globe. You see Umcumber. You're currently right there. They point directly at the pyramid.
Oh, okay.
They're like, yes, this is the wonderful pyramid of Pet Amen Nebkata, the god, or what he calls himself, of resurrection. Clearly, he doesn't do a great job. Am I right? Fucking, am I wrapped in this bullshit forever? Fuck no.
The royal necromancer just lost his job, and you're laughing.
It's so messed up.
thankfully, all our magic and everything, our reason of living, is due to his lovely grace. Piece of shit. But besides the point, you guys seem like you need a drink. They go to the back and roll me perception checks to listen.
I got that +2. Hold on. Damn it! I got a 6.
19.
You definitely hear some like belaying goat that's very much been like just drained of everything. Oh, shut up! You could give me a little more milk, you asshole. You hear some like rustling of like a barrel that's like being opened, and you come out and it's like, here on the house, two milk, two. What are two things that don't mix with milk?
Things that don't mix. Oil and
Two
water.
milk teas with whiskey.
Oh.
Goat milk tea, if I may add.
Goat milk tea.
Yeah.
Sounds okay. Culture here is so.
We usually don't drink, but you seem like you need one.
So Cora pulls out Tressa and kind of puts her near there because as a Tressum, she has detect poison to see if it's good, I guess.
Meow.
Is that a yes or a no?
Meow.
Please. I guess it's okay.
Oh,
Or
if
a-
your cat, if your cat
yeah.
enjoys it, then I can pull out Isoc, please. You can enjoy it all together.
Well, that's true.
Are you giving your dog alcohol? You pull out your dog to give him alcohol, and Dungus looks at you like, "What the fuck?" and just takes a drink from your head. I'm not giving a dog alcohol.
I'm
What
not
are you
giving my dog
s-
alcohol.
Oh,
I'm giving my dog whiskey.
Hold on. She goes into the back and she brings out water. She's like, give your dog this.
Oh, that would be much nicer. Thank you.
And she still holds on to your drink, by the way, Greg.
Oh. Can I have that back, brother?
No.
Oh.
Do you take a drink? Do you take a sip of the drink, Cora?
Yeah, I go for it.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but water with milk kind of curdles. Kind of not like appealing, but the whiskey helps. It's alcohol.
It is what it is.
We're not really known for our drinks around here. We're more known for our smokes. Our good old Elgile, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's the good shit. We smoke out of a different animal head, and depending on the animal, we have a different flavor. It's amazing, dude. Straight up, you should try some. Shit's like crack.
Different animals do you have?
I don't know. I'm a mummy. It's just whatever shows up.
Well, I do enjoy a pipe, so I'll try one of those. Why not?
Oh, we don't do pipes here, dear Lovey. And they just and they just pull up this huge, gargantuan elephant head and slam it on the table. We smoke out of fucking hoses, and out of the eyes, she pulls this like snake skin that's kind of like been hollowed out, and just hands it towards you. She goes into this fireplace, picks up a big amount of coal, and slams it into the elephant's head. And as the eyes light up, the smoke starts to billow out of the snakeskin. Go ahead, take a puff. This flavor's insane.
Are you about to do drugs in the middle of the desert?
Hey, why not?
Fair enough.
All right, Cora goes for it.
Okay, I need you to roll me a con save, DC 15.
All right, that would be a 12.
You fail. Thankfully, this is nothing terrible. You are considered... Give me a moment. I forget the fucking conditions. I'm an amazing DM, guys. Let's see here. You are considered, as you take this puff, you feel your lungs filled with this insane energy. By James, shit. This insane amount of pressure and heat, and it rushes to your head. You are considered incapacitated,
Oh lord.
but and charmed, but not in the by someone. You are just charmed and incapacitated. You just slump to the floor and just are like exhaling smoke for a little bit, and you are just. It's just like it's like you are high. You are high, and this is such an insane high that hits you all of a sudden. It takes you a minute to get back up. But you are very much incapacitated and charmed. It's like, oh. The taste, I will say, is actually kind of pleasant. It's a bit of a mango mixed with some guava. Seems very tropical.
Oh,
Like you're in a wet forest. Wet
Well.
rainforest.
is it cool? Is it good?
Yes.
Oh, anything cool is good. Let me have a hit of that.
Go ahead, you roll a constitution save as well, Greg.
Hell yeah. Okay, hold on. Got a 9.
You take you are already exhausted and you take a hit. It not only do you get incapacitated and charmed, you also get I will say this, you're not incapacitated. You are stunned. You suddenly can't speak, you can't move, and you immediately just stand there rigid. It's just like hi. And it hits so hard, Dungus is like, ah, shit, I love this. Pokes you, you fall down, and you break a sand table. Ah, shit, I gotta have to clean that, but that was funny as fuck. Ah, shit, man. I mean, yeah, this shit's fucking nuts, right?
Cora's just kind of like laughing, like drunken, like drugly or whatever.
This is what.
Like,
This is why we don't drink, because honestly, the alcohol, the fucking the shit that comes in these goddamn animal skulls, insanely good. It's mwah, truly, so happy. But anyway, what can I do you for, guys?
Cora leans against the bar. Do you got anything to eat?
Oh yeah, of course. What are you looking for? Do you guys have any any dietary restrictions?
Just edible food. Food that's sanitary.
Yeah, Greg would love to talk, but he's stunned.
After a while, I will say that you definitely wake
I'm
up.
not-
You're able to talk again, but you speak in short sentences because you're very, very high.
We're gonna stay. Did I stay stunned, or is there a better condition for this?
Let's just say you're like kind of just half movement speed. You're kind of very sluggish.
Alright. I got you. No allergies.
Okay then. I'm gonna treat you guys to a Conbar special. Be right back. You are left with this big animal head that filled with smoke. Do you guys continue smoking?
No.
I think Cora's at least got enough brain capacity to realize she probably needs to stay a little sober just because they got a mission, but I don't
Roll a
know.
wisdom saving throw, both of you. The DC for this is 16.
Oh boy.
That'd be 15.
Oh, you just missed
I
it.
got a 10.
You both, even though you both realize that we should stop, it's calling your name. You feel like you just want to keep hitting it.
Oh,
Yeah, man. We have to keep smoking. There's nothing else we can do about it.
Yeah.
chase the dragon.
Yeah. I will say this. I won't ask you to roll constant con. As you smoke, you keep this. You are expecting it, so you don't like constantly become incapacitated and charmed and high, but you do consistently. I will say this: while you're smoking, you eventually will be able to roll some sort of extra con save eventually to try a wisdom save to wake up out of this. But you very much, from this point on, you have the inclination to tell the truth to Dungus. You are very much kind of like, it's harder to hear, it's harder to see, not like extremely blurry, but there's some like bright lights are a little bit harder. You start seeing double in some instances. You also can, though, see things that are invisible.
Hey, Greg, is that thing that's over there, is that really there? Or am I seeing stuff?
Uh, um, have you tried throwing something at it?
She throws a, I don't know, are there like forks or anything on the table?
I'd say I say the drinks that you finished.
Okay, she throws a mug at it.
What are you aiming for?
Just some invisible, half visible, invisible thing that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, no, it just passes through.
Wild.
Yeah, you guys just sit there in silence, and then she comes back with like two two plates of bad taste, but this would make sense. Mummified cats and scarabs. So each of you get this long, elongated cat wrapped in a in like mummy, but like kind of like wrapped in this kind of like not bacon, but like meat strips, and then around it is like scarabs that are dead and cooked that seem to have garlic inside of them.
Ooh. I might have to say no to the cat. And she's kind of like looking at Tressa out of the corner of her eye. That she might get offended. So no to the cat. Sorry,
Oh,
dietary restriction
oh,
there.
don't worry. These aren't actually cats. They're they're what we call. You know what? You got a point. Even if they're not cats. She goes back and she comes back out, and just like kind of quickly makes you like a slab of like a piece of meat, just like meat and some veggies. But she keeps the scarabs.
All right, Greg. I'll try one if you try one.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I will say you get even though you're like you are able to. I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna make you eat cat, but but you're high and you're like that cat looks kind of delicious. But you are smart enough to know, oh, I should not be eating cat. Greg, on the other hand,
Oh no.
um, would Greg eat cat?
Would Greg eat a cat?
Realistically, realistically.
No. He wouldn't eat a cat.
I think then she probably would be the same. She'd be like, she serves the exact same thing. She takes the cats and starts just like eating them herself. So what can I do you for anyway? You guys coming into a town where it's very much not your style. What's going on here?
So are we have to tell the truth or something?
You
Or
feel-
can we kind of stretch it?
You can stretch it, but you feel inclined to tell the truth.
Okay. Well, long story short, we were part of a traveling group that was much larger than now, but we've got a little sidetracked, and we're trying to find our way to a port to hopefully, get a passage somewhere.
The port out here. Good luck. You,
Ugh.
yeah. Hate to break it to you guys, but you're in the middle of a desert with a pyramid and a mummy society. Thanks
There's
to
gotta be a foot around here somewhere.
thanks to our good old resurrectionist Pedamen Nebkata. The only one that knows anything about being able to get back is maybe Pedamen.
Could we get an audience with them?
Yeah, let's just go talk to him.
Um, I don't see why not. I mean, you'd have to definitely go up to the pyramid and ask, but I don't see why you shouldn't why you should get rejected from it.
Well, let's go. I think.
Though
Think we're a fun field
though
trip.
today I believe it would be a bad time.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
It's just he seemed a little bit upset this morning.
Oh dear.
Like
What happened?
there were some intruders, I will say, that came and are currently being held in the pyramid.
You don't say.
Considered
Yes.
an intruder?
Just yes, an intruder, very much so.
Do you know
Some-
what they're gonna do to the intruders?
Torture him, maybe kill him.
Oh.
It's not my place, honestly.
Stuff.
So Cora's gonna lean over to Greg. Hey, Greg, do you think we should maybe go scout it out, see who this person is and what's going on?
I think it could be a good idea. You should bring a housewarming gift just in case.
Sure. What, one of these animal heads?
Yeah, sure. They seem to like them here.
Could we buy one of these animal heads off of you?
You want to buy one of these animal heads?
Yeah.
What exactly are you paying with? And what are you trying to do? Like, take it with the stuff inside or just the animal head itself?
Stuff.
Mm.
How
Who
much
are
gold
you-
are we talking?
Who are you trying to impress?
It's just a souvenir. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it home. Very awesome.
I don't really take gold here.
Oh,
It's kind of useless in a mummy society.
but
What
if
would
take
you?
it trade,
Why don't you tell me what you think would be a good payment?
I think I have an idea. It
Yeah.
reaches into Brian, my bag of holding, and pulls out small water ski. Do you remember this water ski, Cora? Do you remember the water ski?
What?
Drug bone water ski.
I'm trying to remember when the
Will you
fuck.
trade for? Can't hear me. Will you trade for drugs?
When the fuck did you get a water ski again?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
When did you get a fucking water ski again? I'm sorry? Hello? Can you hear me? I feel like you shouldn't have a water ski. Greg? Can you hear me?
He said he's had the water ski.
Yeah.
When?
No, I've had it since we started. It just never had anything in it, and then I filled it up when we saw the talking skeletons.
Yeah, but the water ski. What is that?
Yeah, the water ski.
Oh, Water skin.
I thought you. Yeah, I thought you were saying ski, water ski. I was very confused.
Yeah, no, not that kind of.
They look at. So you pull out a water skin? Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the name of the thing, and it's like, I'm clearly misspelled it somehow.
Water skiing.
Water skin.
They
Very
look
good.
at the water skin as like, what's in the water skin?
Only the greatest substance known to anywhere. I pours out the the drug bone dust. Take a whiff of that.
They look, they don't have eyes. They look at that, they take a bit, put it in their mouth. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How do you have this stuff?
It is too emotionally traumatizing of a story to tell you.
They like quickly like shovel it into like a satchel. There's like, from now on, any drugs you want, free.
Hell,
This.
free drugs.
Well, I know we're not supposed to snort our own skeletons, but the drug market for this thing, people have no clue that we sell it as like cocaine or whatever the fuck we call it in medieval in fantasy terms. Like this stuff, people get high off this, and they don't know any better. They think it's all the same. They're idiot. You made me such a rich woman, even if I don't like money. You made me so rich. You know what? Honestly, maybe they do have some time today to meet you both. Wonderful, amazing new patrons. Come with me. Behind the bar.
Oh snap!
One more hit for the road. I'm just kidding. You can take it with us. Come on. And they like, you can carry the elephant head and smoke it if you guys want.
I don't think it's a good idea to smoke
No,
it again.
probably not.
What? Middle Eastern people do it all the time.
You must stay focused.
Right. Getting a little more sober, so maybe not.
Okay. So you guys leave it behind, but you do. She's like, well, I'm gonna take it to the boss then. Picks it up and takes it. Goes outside. Everyone still looks, and as you go, but they see Dungus. There, just like carrying this huge elephant head of drugs. What you don't know what the drugs are, but you don't ask questions. It's good. You go and you see they start walking up the pyramid. It's like, come on, it's gonna take us a quarter of a day to get up here, and the sun looks like it's about to go down. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Roll me, both of you, athletics.
Okay. This is the third 8 in a row I've rolled. I got an
19.
11.
You both passed. The GC was 10. You guys don't take exhaustion as you climb. And you guys get up. It takes you the same amount of time as I said, a quarter of a day. You guys get up. You guys get up, and you guys see this huge cavern, kind of like a dugout cavern, but it's very ornately designed as well. Kind of like they dug it out and then built the design into the place. And how do I describe what this could be? Let's see. You guys walk like, she's like, Badungus is like, come on, let's see if we can get an audience with the Petamen. And you guys walk through. You see beautiful like calligraphy of a language you don't understand that's written into these pillars that seem to be jewel encrusted, but upon closer inspection is just glass. But it's very beautiful glass that seemed to shine this different type of like coloration throughout the hallway. And as you walk further, it becomes less stone and more like less rocky road and more smooth. Like as if the people actively gave a shit after a little bit to actually take care of the pyramid. And you walk for a good 5 minutes, and you see different walkways throughout the pyramid. Some leading down, some heading up. You though follow Dungus, who leads you straight towards what you look like a throne room. As you enter the throne room, you see a big cauldron of fire. That's just that fire. On each side are two mummies that just stand there, just kind of there at attention. And in the middle, you see, where the fuck did I have this? You see this 6'8" mummified centaur sitting on his back legs, spear stuck in the ground next to it, and has bright purple flowers. Not flowers. Feathers on his head, its arms near his waist, where the body connects to the horse, and you see he's enamored in gold armor. And as he walks forward, you hear him speak out towards Dungus. Dungus! You hear him speak in a language they don't understand. It takes around a minute. Is there anything you guys are looking around for?
Just sort of assessing the surroundings to see if it seems safe, I guess.
Yeah, it looks relatively safe. I mean, it looks like any throne room would. It looks like if there was to be problems, it would be by what you guys have caused or do. So it's totally up to you guys and how you guys act. Really, it feels like.
Can I look around just real quick, just for a couple of valuables?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for me investigation.
Okay. Got a 9.
No, it just doesn't seem like there's anything valuable in this room. Even if it is the throne room. It looks like anything valuable might be on a pet Amen himself.
Okay.
After a little bit of talking, you see Dungus. He says thank you for the drugs or whatever you've given me. And Pet Amen even looks at you both, kind of just takes his spear and jabs himself in the chest once. No pain. Doesn't seem like it. Honored guests, thank you for your patronage and your sudden visitation upon the wonderful village. Upon this wonderful village of Kafsinuf.
What a lovely name.
Wonderful. Happy to be here. Cora bows deeply.
Please, no. We don't. As much as we love bowing here, we are already dead. So, it's kind of disrespectful when you bow to the dead. Besides the point, I appreciate your candor. What is? I see you brought an offering of some elephant skull. Very good, very good. He takes it and smokes it. As he inhales, all the smoke exits out of every orifice of his body. And as he exhales, barely any comes out. It's like, that's the good shit.
Is this how they avoid being stunned?
What?
It's just when I took a hit of that, I kind of locked up completely.
Oh yeah, because I mean we're we
Well,
don't have
so free
skin.
fire, free
We're
fire Zav.
you just need to be dead like us, I guess. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
dear. Okay.
Well, sir, we were looking for passage to maybe a port, city, or somewhere where there's ships. We
oh,
need to purchase some passage across the ocean.
oh boy, you're looking. Dude, I'm sorry to say this. You're talking to the wrong people. Uh, by the way, I feel like there's a misconception. We called this the Conver, this village of ours. We are a part of the continent called Zoix. I feel like somewhere along the way, people assumed that Umcomber was the actual continent, which I mean, it relatively should. It is the biggest city here, and we are a relatively unknown pyramid. But yeah, it is. It is. We are in Zoix. The nearest port is very far. I will say another 3 to 4 days travel.
Oh man.
Um, are there any magicians or anyone that could maybe teleport us somewhere? Some sort of magic means of travel?
Ooh, teleportation. I mean, I can teleport. Help with the teleportation of some kind, yes, but that magic is the one I haven't accessed in a long time, and I don't believe I have the right components for it.
Well,
Anything we could help with?
yeah. What exactly are these components? We could probably help you with that. This doesn't want to help you.
Well, I am looking for. Well, if we. Honest, I mean, I will be honest. I have no reason to help some new people that entered here, but to find some rare chalks and inks that are infused with precious gems, worth around 50 gold pieces, then maybe I would it would be possible. But that's very difficult to find, especially out here.
Well, we're adventurers, so finding stuff's our game.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Actually, there may be something you could help me with. You seem to speak in similar tongue to some prisoners we recently brought.
Well, we've heard a bit about them.
Yeah, they haven't been the most enjoyable, let's say the least. Especially one of them just talks way too much.
We could help with that. Yeah.
And I mean, and the second one, there's like a group of four. One of them just really just has a terrible like flute that they built apparently before this, and oh, it sounds horrible.
Well,
Oh, are you at-
which way should we go?
Oh, my guards will lead you there. Guards, two mummies from the hallway pull out the wall, turn, and walk towards you. They will lead you. Come back to me if you. I will actually. I would like to ask if you go and talk to them. Please, by all means, do ask them why they're here, what they want, and if they want to be resurrected and turned to mummies, or just left as bone dust for our illicit drug use.
Oh. Sure. Sounds good.
They don't have a choice. It's unfortunately they're idiots for being all the way over here. I don't see how they could possibly escape.
Noted.
Just
It's
real
at
quick.
this point where a third guard comes in, and he just screams, and both Dungus and Pet Amen, it's like, what? They escaped? And that's where we're gonna end the session.
What?
Oh.
No.
Yeah. So we'll start off next turn time on with Cora and Greg. Hopefully get that settled fast. And then we'll end the session next time with the rest of the squad.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. We get to start off with the cool bit next time. It's so cool.
Yeah. Would you believe me if that whole thing was made up on the fly?
I'd believe you.
Nice.
I did my best. I had nothing planned, but that was funny.
It was pretty good. It was
It was
pretty good.
fun.
Amazing. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. By the way, magic stuff. Selena, you can look up. You got. I will say you, Selena, managed to get after Gray. Bosch. You get cast identify. You find an oath bow. You also find the Afriti chain, which is a very powerful chainmail.
Ooh.
And I will say, lastly, you find another alchemy jug. And if there's how many magic items I gave you, we can just find something that fits. Because you guys have way too many magic items at this point. It's kind of bad.
Hey, that's not a problem.
For us, anyways.
Maybe. We'll definitely.
Well, I mean, I stole from magic users, so.
Yeah.
This is true.
Okay. Well,
Can we talk about the spells after this?
yeah, I'm willing to talk for a bit. So let me hit the restroom and make sure my girlfriend's okay. And then I'll be willing to talk a bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, no, this was fun, guys. Thank you for playing, and thank you guys for watching. This was a improv session, and as always, I think I nailed it. But overall, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys so much, and please do like, comment, subscribe. See you guys. Oh, next week I will be at MomoCon, and I think most of our players will be here as well. Hopefully. Unfortunately, no session will be next week, but the players and I will have a little bit of a anniversary one shot where we're gonna do the exact same thing we did a year ago, except I'm the DM.
Awesome.
But yeah, this is fun. Thank you guys for watching, and love you guys so much. Bye bye.
Bye.